Hello everyone, and welcome to Half-Life Opposing Force, or, if you watched Part 0, welcome back to Half-Life Opposing Force. Before I get started, I just want to say, I know I said in the last video, this video is going to be going up last weekend, and it has been a week since then, and I'm sorry about that. I just had a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of stuff going on, so, yeah. But, anyway, we're here now, so, yeah. Today, we're going to be getting started with the main story. Last time we did boot camp, but now we're actually going to get into the main story of the game. And if you didn't watch part 0, which was boot camp, I would recommend going and watching that now. And if you have, all of the information I'm about to give you is completely unnecessary, so just go ahead and skip to the timestamp, which I'll put on the screen right now. But anyway, if you haven't watched that video, and you're not going to, stick around, because I'm about to explain everything. So, Half-Life Opposing Force was the first of the 2 original expansion packs for the original Half-Life. It was developed by Gearbox Software with a little bit of help from Valve, mainly like story-wise, and was published by Sierra Studios in 1999. And in Half-Life Opposing Force, you play as this guy, Adrian Shephard, a 22-year-old U.S. HECU, Hazardous Environment Combat Unit, Marine Corporal, on a special mission to Black Mesa. But the thing is, he doesn't know what he's going to be doing there. So yeah, basically this game is supposed to give you the perspective of the Marines we saw in the last game that, like, basically just invaded Black Mesa and killed everything and everyone in it in order to keep the invasion that happened and what they were doing down there from getting out to the media, which obviously failed. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get into this. So, we'll do a new game, and like usual, we'll do medium. So let's go.
So far, this all looks familiar. Yeah, that's real cute, Jack. Anytime, anywhere. Hey, man, you smell that? Smell what? Smells like another babysitting job to me, man. No shit, man. Babysitting job my ass. This has training mission written all over it. Why else would they have kept our orders from us for so long, huh? Yeah, what the hell is that all about? Throwing our asses in this hunk of junk and not even telling us what we're going in for, man. Do you have a problem, Private? I will give you your orders when we have reached the LZ. You got that, soldier? Sir, yes, sir. I don't really give a damn what we're going in for, as long as I get to kill me something. I heard that.
Watch your vector, Goose 3. It's getting a little tight in here.
This is another search and rescue operation. I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, I'm going to be pissed too when I got to search out and rescue your sorry ass.
Anyone out there got a good view of the LZ yet?
Negative, Goose 7. I can see some activity up there, but I can't tell what it is.
Hey, Chef, I think Jackson here's got the hot for it. Okay, listen up, people. We have an extremely hostile situation.
Holy shit! Goose 3's down! Goose 3's down!
So let's keep this tight. Your mission is to get... Shit!
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you've woken up. Corporal Shephard, is it? I've read the tag on your uniform. I'm glad to see my life-saving efforts weren't in vain. I can't say the same for him. I'm afraid you have been through a serious accident. Most of your friends didn't make it. I was hoping that you soldiers had come to rescue us, but now it seems we are all in the same situation. I think I saw a radio near the crash site where I found you. Perhaps you can go there and radio for help?
That was quite an intro. But anyway, before we get started here, I want to clear a couple things up. Well, just one thing, really. The reason that we're not going to be killing the scientist through this walkthrough is because we didn't receive the orders to do so. I mean, we really don't know anything as of now, because when we were in the helicopter, our commanding officer said that we would get our orders once we had reached the LZ. And we were about to get those orders, but then a few stingrays came by and tore our ship apart. So, we really have no idea what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and follow his advice and try to find that radio he said he found by the crash site. Now we'll go through this door. And yeah, this place is just in complete ruins. But anyway, we'll go down this hallway and through this door. And through this window we can see our commanding officer being hauled down this hallway out on a stretcher. And honestly, I don't feel sorry for him at all because he bailed on us when we were about to crash, so yeah, I don't care if he dies, to be honest. Anyway, let's go down this way and you'll see why in a minute. But first of all,
These crab creatures have a unique parasitic strategy, don't you think?
yeah, this guy. We'll call him Dr. Kleiner, and you'll see why later. And by later, I don't mean like any time in this game, I mean like a different game. But yeah, as you can see, Dr. Kleiner here seems to have trapped this head crab in a cage and is poking at it with a stick. And he seems to be kind of like admiring it, which is really strange. But anyway,
Have you ever seen such a magnificent species? These crabs can completely control their host's nervous system. Can you imagine what the next stage of mutation looks like?
I don't know that I want to imagine the next stage of mutation. But anyway, let's just go ahead and move on to the thing we came in here for, our PCV. So let's go ahead and get it on. And we've got it on, so now we'll go ahead and head out of this area. What's going on in here?
No!
Just in case this zombie figures out how to get through that window, I'm just gonna go ahead and run for my life so I don't die.
You just think it's all about you.
Everyone, it's time to meet a pretty fun character, I guess. Everyone, meet the Fat Guard. Basically just a really fat security guard. But anyway, we'll go ahead and ask him to follow us to open that door so we can proceed on to the next area.
I have a better chance of survival with you.
Yes, you do.
Okay, Shephard, I see you found your power vest. That should keep you safe out there. See, now I've heard rumors that you troops may not actually be here to rescue us. Just don't forget about us out there, alrighty? Okay, I'll let you through now.
Well, I must say those rumors sound ridiculous.
I know it's hard to believe.
good luck to you. You're gonna need it. Anyway, we'll go ahead and step through this door and avoid the wires here so you don't get electrocuted. And as you can see, we also have this large dangling wire here, so just crouch walk around it. And what's this? We seem to have some sort of weapon on the ground. Well, let's go ahead and pick it up. And would you look at that? We've got a wrench, which is an awesome weapon. It's basically like... Dear Lord. Excuse me. It's basically like if the crowbar was on heroin and steroids. It's super slow, but it's super strong. So it's got two attacks. The first attack, or the primary attack, is basically just like the crowbar, but a little slower, but a lot more powerful. Like, of course you can't tell now, but one hit from this will kill a head crab, which is really cool. And then the secondary attack is awesome. If you hold down the right mouse button, you'll charge it up, and then once you release it, wham! Anything in front of you when you do that is dead. Even if it's Nihilith, he'll die, trust me. Don't look it up. Anyway, once again, we'll just go ahead and crouch walk by this dangling wire here. And what's this? We've come to a room with a ton of lasers and a bunch of optical mirrors. And as you can see, one of those mirrors is reflecting this pink laser in front of the stairs over there, which is blocking our path to get out of here. So we're gonna have to do something about this. So anyway, we'll go ahead and crouch walk under this green laser here. And yeah, that's gonna explode. Just be prepared for that. And then, crouch walk under the pink laser here. And then, walk up to this mirror. And try to get as close to it as you can without being hit by the laser. And then... Yep, we destroyed the mirror there, which stopped reflecting it towards that way, and caused it to be shot at the green laser housing, which destroyed everything. So now we can go ahead and continue on up the stairs here. And now this is a really cool area to test out the wrench, because in the ceiling there are a couple of head crabs. So, let's go ahead and test out the wrench on them. I'm sorry, little head crabs, but it's for the video. No. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Now, you want to be careful around this area, not only because of the obvious reason of the toxic waste spilling out, but also in between these two machines is a head crab. So we'll just go ahead and use the old crowbar trick on him. Or in this case, I guess the wrench trick. And if you don't remember what that is, basically what you do is you get them to jump at you, then strafe around them, and then once their back is vulnerable, just kill them. And he's dead. So now we can continue on. But once again, you're going to have to be careful, because in between those two machines there is another head crab. So what you're going to do is jump over the toxic waste, and then just run to avoid him. And then you can come out. Oh god. Jesus Christ, scared the crap out of me. Stupid head crab. Whew. Well, I mean, he's dead, so I guess it's okay, but now I have PTSD. I don't know why I'm acting so stupid today. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. And there's a door there. let's try to go through. Well, well, well. I messed that up. No. There goes the G-Man. You know what? I have a few words to say to him from the last game. So let's try to get through here. Well, it's not opening up when I walk into it. It's not opening up when I press my use key on it. Maybe if we try to break the glass. Nope. Oh. Well, there was no use for being that barbaric. We could have just used the retinal scanner. So, let's go ahead and do that. Never mind. Guess we're not getting in there. So, I guess we'll just have to continue on. And we will go up these stairs in a minute, but before we do so, there are a few crates under it. So, let's go ahead and break those. In the first crate, we have an armor battery, which is nice to have. In the second crate, we have nothing. In the third crate, we have a health pack, which is nice. And in the fourth and final crate, we have, wait for it, nothing. Amazing. Anyway, now let's go ahead and go up the stairs here. And then we'll go through this door. And we enter into this large tunnel area. And in here are some more crates. So let's go ahead and break them. In the first crate, we have nothing. In the second crate, we have nothing. In the third crate, we have nothing. In the fourth crate, we have nothing. In the fifth crate, we have a health pack, which is nice. And in the sixth crate, we have nothing. In the seventh crate, we have nothing. And in the eighth crate, we have... This is actually going to be something good, so... Nothing. Great. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through this door. And would you look at that? We're back on the surface. Sure was a lot easier to get to than in Half-Life. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. So we'll go down these steps here. And as you can see, the bridge here is completely broken off. And there's no way we can jump from here to there. So what we're going to have to do is run off and catch that ledge there. Because not only is it sticking out farther a little bit than the end of that bridge there, but also it's lower, so it'll be easier to land on. So let's do this. And we made it. So now we'll just continue on walking through here. Then we'll jump across. Then hug the rocks here so you don't fall off. Jump to that ledge, climb up. Jump to that ledge, climb up. Crouch jump on that ledge. Jump over to that ledge. And we finally made it across the bridge. Nice. And what do you know? Somebody killed a Vortigaunt here. But there's something special about this Vortigaunt, because if you look closely, in its back you'll see something. What is that? Let's get a closer look. Well, what do you know? We got a knife. Nice. Really though, this is like an awesome weapon. It's kind of like, once again using the drug metaphors, if the crowbar was on, like, I don't know, meth and steroids. Because it's super fast, as you can see. But it's also super strong. Because one hit from this thing will kill a head crab. And I keep saying that because with the crowbar it takes 2. But with the wrench and the knife it only takes 1. Which is cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. So, we'll jump across this bridge here. And speaking of head crabs, through this doorway here is another one. So we'll just use the crowbar, or in this case the knife trick on it. No. Alright, I'm back. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. Once again, we'll just try to use the knife trick, I guess you'd call it this time around, on the head crab. Ah, crap. I thought I could get it to jump off the cliff there, but guess I'm just gonna have to improvise here. There we go. And it's dead. So now we can continue on. And now we'll go through the tunnel, which I presume it came from. But we'll turn on the night vision goggles, because it's pretty dark through here. And then we'll cross these pipes, and if you are paying extra attention in the intro to this game, you might recognize this area. Yep, this is the crash site, where a helicopter, or whatever this thing is, I'm not really sure, crashed. And if you look, across there is the radio we needed to find. But the thing is, this area is highly electrified. So if we try to cross through here, we'll take a ton of damage or die. So we're gonna have to find a way to turn off the power to this area. So, let's go do that. So we'll go through these large doors here, and through here in this tunnel are yet again a few more head crabs. The first one is just sitting there out in the open, so we'll use the... You know what, I'll just call it the melee trick on him. First one's dead, and the second one is behind that rock there. Come on, buddy. There he comes. And he's dead. And the final one will come out of that hole in the wall. And we'll just get him to jump at us, and then kill him. And they're all dead, so now we can continue on. But before we continue on down the tunnel here, we're actually going to hop up on this rock, and then use it to boost ourselves in the hole in the wall that head crab came out of, because in here is an armor battery. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Then we'll go ahead and hop out, and continue on down the tunnel. And over there is a highly electrified fence, so do not touch it. And inside of the fence is the generator control box, which has a switch to flip off the power generator so we can turn off the power to that area and make it through to use the radio. But since the fence is so electrified, we can't just use the door to it to get inside. So we'll have to find a way inside. Creatively, I guess.
Hello, soldier, sir.
Well, not only is he incredibly fat, but he's also incredibly dumb. Good to know. Anyway, before we find a way inside there, what we're going to do is destroy some more crates for some more items. Should probably use a knife, it's faster. In the first crate we have nothing. In the second crate we have some Desert Eagle ammo, which is nice. In the third crate we have nothing. In the fourth crate we have a health pack, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. In the fifth crate, is that right? I was just counting, I wasn't really thinking about it. We have nothing. In the sixth crate we have another health pack, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. And in the seventh and final crate we have nothing. Nice. Anyway, as you can see, we have an opened vent shaft here. So, let's go ahead and crawl through it. And once again, we'll turn on the night vision goggles. And there it is, the power generator. And as you can see, it's so highly electrified, it's actually shooting out electricity. So, let's figure out what we need to do here. On the left path, it will continuously shoot out electricity with no stop. So that's out of the question. The right path, though, has 2 bolts of electricity that constantly cut in and out. And with the first one, when it cuts out, we'll just run through. But you gotta be quick, because it is, like, relatively fast. And with the second one, it does the same thing, but it's even faster. So, yeah, you saw how quickly it came back in, so make sure you run through quickly. Anyway, now that we've made it through there, we can go ahead and go through this vent shaft. And then we'll turn on the night vision goggles. And then destroy this vent grating and step out. And what do you know, we're on the inside of the fence. Cool. Then we'll go around these large boxes here, or whatever these are. And looks like whenever the fat guard died, he dropped his Desert Eagle. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Nice. Anyway, we'll go ahead and walk under this beam of electricity so we don't get electrocuted. And there it is, the generator control box. So let's go ahead and flip the switch to turn off the power. And there we go, the power's off. So now we can go ahead and step through this door and then go back through the tunnel. But don't think you can just walk back through the tunnel back to the crash site, because, well, you'll see. Just take out the Desert Eagle. A Vortigaunt will teleport in behind you, so kill him with the Desert Eagle. And as you could probably hear, at the end of the tunnel there, another one teleported in. And you don't have to do this. You can just use the Desert Eagle if you want to, or something. But what I like to do is use the wrench and charge up a secondary attack, I guess. And then I love doing that. Anyway, let's continue on out of the tunnel. And as you can see, this area is no longer electrified, so we can cross over. And we will use that radio in a minute, but before we do so, we're going to collect some items here. By this dead Marine's body, we have a couple of health packs, which I don't need, but they're nice to have just in case you do. An armor battery, which is nice to have. Then over here, in the first crate, we have nothing. In the second crate, we have nothing. In the third crate, we have nothing. In the fourth crate, we have a health pack, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. In the fifth crate, we have nothing. And in the sixth and final crate, we have nothing. So yeah, a lot of great items over here. Anyway, over by the radio here, we have a few more crates. And in the first one, we have some Desert Eagle ammo, which I'll go ahead and reload the Desert Eagle so I can get the most out of the ammo. And then we'll pick it up. In the second crate we have nothing. And in the third and final crate we have nothing. Yeah. Anyway, now that we've cleared this area out, we can go ahead and use the radio and find out what we need to do.
Shephard, you're alive. Listen, we've been cut up pretty bad and orders are coming down to pull out. Repeat, pull out. Apparently they've got other plans for Black Mesa now. If you can make your way through the transit system, you can probably reach the surface where we are pulling out. Good luck. Over. Get through the transit
Well, the Marine on the other side of this radio told us that orders are coming down for the military to pull out of Black Mesa because the aliens are just becoming too much for them, which we actually saw happen in the previous game near the end of the chapter Surface Tension, which means that Half-Life Opposing Force, or at least the beginning of it, takes place around the end of the chapter Surface Tension in Half-Life 1, which is really cool. But anyway, what he told us to do was to make our way through the transit system and to the inspector point where we'll be able to pull out with the rest of the Marines. So, let's go. We'll go down this ladder here. Then go down this ladder. Then go down this ladder. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sewers. Gross. Anyway, across the catwalk here, there are a few barnacles in our way, so we'll go ahead and take them out using the Desert Eagle. I should probably start calling it the Deagle, because that name is just like really clunky. Desert Eagle. Desert. Anyway, they're all dead, so now we can continue on. Now you can go down this ladder for an item or two. I can't really remember what's down there, but I don't think it's of much importance, so I'm just going to skip it. Now we go through this door. And what do you know? We're back out on the surface, but not for long, because all we're going to do is cross over here and then go through this door. And we're back underground. Anyway, now, what you're going to do is take out the Desert Eagle, or the Deagle. Yeah, I'll just call it that. Because around the corner here is a Vortigaunt. And it looks like he was eating my friend. What the heck? And what's that? It looks like something's under the Vortigaunt's arm. Well, looks like we got a shotgun. Cool. Anyway, now we'll go ahead and go down this ladder here. And I'm going to turn down my volume because it's really loud. And we'll go down this ladder. And as you can see, there's a Vortigaunt that was standing there that ran away. But don't worry, because he'll come back around. And he's dead. So now we'll just go ahead and crouch walk under the steam here so we don't get hit. And do the same for the steam here. And there is a barnacle here, but it's not really bothering me, so I'm not going to waste ammo on it. Then we'll go down the ladder here. Then go around this pipe and kill a Vortigaunt. And it's dead. So now we'll go ahead and go through the door. And also, once again, there is another barnacle here, but once again, it's not in my way too much, so I'm not going to waste ammo on it. And then we'll go through the door. Then up the stairs. And then we'll take out the wrench. Sorry, I was just turning up my volume. And then we'll go down this ladder. And then immediately hide behind this crate. Because there's a lift coming down with 2 Vortigaunts on it. And then, once you hear it get to the bottom, step out to get their attention. And then, well, just watch. Oh no. Well, plan B. I was going to do a sneak attack, and also I don't really have a plan B, so I'm just going to circle around him until... Okay, so the plan was I was going to get their attention and then kill them both using the wrench, and I guess that did ultimately happen, but it didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to. But they're both dead, so that's okay. Anyway, in these 2 crates here, in the first one we have a health pack, which is nice. And in the second one, we have an armor battery, which is nice. And then we'll go ahead and go down this hallway here. And we come to this large room with some toxic waste completely covering the floor. But as you can see, we do have this large platform here. So we'll just jump across on top of it. That's not good. But anyway, let's just continue on. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Did I trigger something? Well, looks like we're just gonna die. And that's okay. Oh crap, the whole place is filling with toxic waste. We're gonna die. There's no way out. R.I.P. me. Wait, never mind. This catwalk broke off and we can walk up. And then we'll go around here. And then we can go through this door. But it's locked. Hey, there's the G-Man. And he opened the door for us. And we should probably go through it before we die. Well, the G-Man just saved my life. I should probably go thank him. And just like that, he's gone. But yeah, if he hadn't have opened the door for us, that's what we would have been swimming in. And yeah, I'm pretty traumatized, so I think I'm just going to end it there. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.